Hello, welcome to the Thing Series 2 Toy Biz Marvel Legends review. So, we have the figure, the base, all of its extra parts, which is just an extra part, and then we have the comic book. Let's start with, well, the accessories. So, this comic book, I put it in a new packaging and a comic book safety thing because I kind of want to put this into my new Fantastic Four display that I will make. I'm eyeing a Doctor Doom, which if I do get that, then that'll probably nearly complete my display. But yeah, the comic book, it's of course a reprint, but it's from John Byrne, 263, all that. Yeah, it's a pretty good bonus that comes with most Toy Biz figures. Pretty much all Toy Biz Marvel Legends figures. Okay. Here we have the stand, which there is these breakable parts right here, which it's hard to see on frame, but these pretty much just break apart and you can put them into the frame. I couldn't do that right now because short time schedule right now. But we have the stand here. It's a really good stand. You can pop these off, but of course, as I say that, it's not going to pop off. So you can pop both of them off. I'm not going to do that right now. And then it comes with multiple pegs. There's one, two, three. And it's pretty good because these two can be used for normal figures. These two, and then these ones can be used for the Thing. It's a really good layout, and it's a good display. Alright, now for the thing that you've all been waiting for, the Thing figure. Now this figure has some pretty good articulation. The legs are a little bit pre-posed, so you can only be standing like this. There's a little good ankle joints and all that, but you know, there's a toe joint there, so that allows for good articulation. And you got the arms, which has a weird butterfly joint, so if you kind of want to pose it, it looks good from the front, but the back, it doesn't look the best, so yeah. It has a ball shoulder, and then just a normal wrist, or not wrist, elbow in here, same with the other hand. But here is something that's really, that Toy was really good at. They made rubber, and they put wires in it. Now, Marvel has begun doing that with some things like the new Lizard figure, which I do have, and I might review that one day, but they were really good. The paint matches very well, and you can put it all in all sorts of poses. Look. It's really good, although mine has a little bit of a tear there, if you kind of just... Yeah, so I'd be careful since this is 20-year-old rubber, but it's still really good. Now, the head sculpt is a really good part. The paint wash kind of covers it, but we'll talk about that later. The head sculpt is really comic, you know, it just looks really good. The head can swivel all around, you know, look up or down, side. And now we got the chest. The chest area, it has a little joint there, so you can just move that all around. And then there's this, which if you just open it just enough, you might be able to see the insides. There's a little bit of, and there's also a little bit of a problem with this. It's a little, you know, since it's been, I guess, used for like the past 20 years, it's a little bit, you know. But if you find a brand new one in box, then I don't think that'd be an issue. But we need to move on to something else. A lot of people have talked about the paint wash on this figure and how it looks more yellow than orange. And that's because a factory error made it so. So it kind of looks more yellowy. I don't mind it. I can kind of see a little bit of yellow, but I still see the orange, so. The only problem is with the face. He's just, like, there's so much, they put too much paint wash. Don't get me wrong, Toy Biz excelled with paint wash. But, look, it's, like, it's really annoying. And then guess what? The bottom of the chin just doesn't have any paint wash. And you can see it is a completely different shade to all the other parts. Which, okay, and also, you see this arm? See that? That lines up pretty well. This one's just orange and Like, look, it's it's a little bit annoying in some spots, but it you know, most of the figure makes up for it. It's still a really good figure, and I'd recommend it if you have a Fantastic Four display. And this is a good John Byrne one, but I don't think it just doesn't have the right colors, which if you can see here is the white and blue, and then also on here, well, on there. See that? Boom. I think there was one variant with the disguise clothes, like the 2005 movie, or even in the early comics. So, yeah, it's a really good figure, and you can, I'm pretty sure you can remove it. So then you'll just have a normal thing figure with good accessories that you can add onto anything. You can add onto a Hulk if you want to. But yeah, this thing figure's really good. I got mine with the stand and the comic for around 30 something, and then I saw some variants and some box that was like around 50 or more. So that's around the price that I find. It could be cheaper because I'm in Australia, and Australian money is a lot. It's more pretty much. So we have to. So everything costs just a little bit more, which kind of is a little annoying. But you know, the figure is still really good. Honestly, I like it. It's like the only problem is the pre-posed legs, but honestly, it's still really good. The top half is the best part, you know? And still, this was an early Toy Biz figure. This was Series 2. So for Series 2, it was great. Which, you know, it's really good. It's a brand new mold that I don't think was ever used again. I don't think it might have been used because I know there was a Series 5 one. Editor put me, I'm the editor. Editor, future me, put up text or like a photo saying if I'm wrong or not. But this, in my opinion, this Series 2 thing is much better than the later Series 5 thing. This is the thing compared to a much later Toy Biz Wolverine. And you can see they're around the same height, which not good because Wolverine should be a lot shorter than that, you know? It's still, this one came with a bike, which I don't have. Yeah, compared to it, it's pretty good. Here's it compared to the Spidey Classics mold, and it compares pretty well. I feel like the height difference is really good. You know? It's like, it's a really good height difference, I think. Toy Biz was really on with the heights, although some of the earlier figures, which is my personal favorite figures, were shorter, so they can't really compare with Marvel Legends. Here is the thing next to the Hasbro Mark 1 Iron Man armor. They don't really compare very well, but I mean, considering that this is Iron Man's first and one of his bigger armors, yeah, it can compare well a little bit, but I wouldn't personally. I don't put my Hasbro and Toy Biz figures together. You know, they're separate areas. But if you want to do that, that's all up to you. And that is it for our action figure review today. The thing is personally one of my favorite Toy Biz figures that I've gotten so far. That might change with what I'm going to eventually get. No spoilers yet, but just if you wait and see the end of the video, you might see one. Who knows? But yeah, it's the thing is the thing I'm talking about, the figure. The thing is a really good action figure. I would definitely recommend it for Toy Biz collectors, and it's more on the cheaper side. And yeah, it's a really good figure with a really good diorama. So if you find it with the diorama piece with it, it's really good. You can use it for many other figures like Spider-Man, as I previously said, or even Daredevil, which who knows? Might get that. Yeah. I have to stop saying you know, Because like usually I don't use outtakes, but this final part I'm going to use the outtakes because it's the finale, not the finale. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's just the final part of the video. So what's the point? What's the point of trying? But yeah, goodbye.